As you've probably seen from the title of this video, this is definitely going to be a good one. I've been trading for about I think 7 or 8 months now, just paper trading, learning my strategy and everything, so then I can trade this summer. And I was doing a little research and I found something crazy. So basically, I was researching, different brokers. I currently use TastyFX. And so to start out trading, obviously you can't trade just with nothing. You have to have something to build upon, and depending on what you start with, you can either grow faster or slower. Anyways, everything's about percentages and stuff like that. So I was looking at different funding sources and I came across funded accounts. Now, I've kind of heard of these before. I never really looked into it, and I never really saw the power of them until about, I guess, a couple of days ago. And that's why I wanted to make a video on it, because this is literally just a cheat code, and this is why I love trading so much. It's so simple, no clients, no nothing. And with the funded accounts now, I'll show you exactly which one I'll use. I'll walk through it and everything later in the video. But this is just such a cheat code. Let me show you why. All right, so once I found out about funded accounts, I was researching, and a lot of them don't fund the US, but eventually I did find one called FXify, as you can see on the screen here, that does fund the US. The only countries it doesn't do is North Korea, Russia, like Afghanistan, stuff like that. So for most of the world, it is available. And funded accounts are very cool because they're not here to trick you necessarily. They're just here to make money on fees and stuff like brokers do. So it's not like you have to pay a super large amount to get funded or anything like that. You just get like a 90% profit split, which is actually pretty good on what you make if you're trading. With a $100,000 account, you make like 1% a day, $1,000, and you get to keep 90% of that. I mean, that's pretty good. That's amazing right there. And so what they do is, let's go click choose your account here. You can choose how much you want to get funded. So from 5K to 400K, which is, I just love FXify. And as we go farther into the video, you'll just see why more and more. So there are different phases you can choose as well with FXify. The 1 phase, 2 phase, 3 phase, instant funding, and lightning funding. Now, most people choose the 2 phase because you just have to pass 2 tests. Oh yeah, let me explain that first. So with the funded accounts, basically what happens is you pay like a starting amount fee to take tests or try and get to a certain profit goal. And that is when the company then allows you to actually trade with real capital and start receiving payouts. Because, what company is going to just give you $100,000 if they don't know your trading ability or whatever? So it's reasonable that you have to, pay a fee, pass the test. If you don't pass the test, they keep the fee. But the thing is, if you pass the test, the fee gets refunded. So if you've been practicing, if you're a good enough trader, it's basically free to just get a 100K account, 400K account, whatever you feel comfortable with, and start trading. It's actually quite amazing. So now with that explained, let's choose between the 2 phase and 3 phase challenge. Now, most people choose the 2 phase challenge because most funded accounts have that. It seems easier, but the thing is, and it even says that this is the recommended, but the thing is, if you choose the 3 phase for the same 100K account, not only is it almost $150 cheaper than the 2 phase, but it's actually better, and let me explain why. Now, with the 2 and 3 phase account, your profit target to become funded is 15K, and after the first phase, which is usually around 5% for the 3 phase and 10% for the 2 phase, you get refunded. So even if you fail the second phase, you didn't lose anything because you get refunded upon the first phase. And the reason I like the 3 phase is because it's the same profit target of $15,000 to get funded. your daily loss limit is 5%, and your max drawdown is also 5%. Whereas for the 2-phase, your daily loss limit is 4%. So, let me go back to the hungry. Your daily loss limit is 4%, so it's actually a little less. And then also for your max trailing drawdown, it's 10%. So let's say you grew your account to 200K from 100K. You would only be able to lose 20K, and then your account would be closed. Versus the 3-phase, it's a max drawdown of 5% from the starting value. So if you started at 100K, you grew your account to 200K, you would have to go down all the way back down to $95,000 to get closed out, which I think is great. Nobody wants a trailing drawdown, anything like that. Now, the only downside to the 3-phase, which isn't a problem at all, is the minimum trading days per phase. So if there are 3 phases, you have to trade at least 5 days per phase. That's a total of 15 days to get funded. But the thing is, if you reach your target within the 5 days, you could just place mini lot orders like 0.01, lose like 2 cents, gain 2 cents, whatever, and that can count as a trading day. Now, another reason I like FXify as well is because you get different platforms to trade on, so MetaTrader 4 or 5, and DXTrade. DXTrade is what you use in the US. You could probably use MT5. This is the best one probably for global. You can use leverage. I mean, Forex is inherently 100 to 1 anyways, so that doesn't really matter. You can hold over the weekend. You can trade through news. So I really like FXify. I know a lot of people in the global space that use FTMO as well, and I looked at that first, but it's not available to the US. But I actually like FXify better than FTMO, even if you are global, because you can hold over weekend, you can use bots, you can trade through news. And I just think it's a lot better, cleaner platform. So now that we know what our goal is, to eventually become a funded trader, to pass the test and be able to trade with hundreds of thousands of dollars of capital, which is just insane to me. Right now on my paper trading account, I'm trading with $100,000, and right now I'm making about 2 to 3% per day. So, me just being very comfortable with my strategy at this point, I'm definitely looking forward to the summer. It's going to be great. And with that, thanks for watching, and make sure to follow my journey. See ya.
Also, it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Thank you.